Like the very, I mean the standard Graves is like he can invade level one. Actually, level one he's very strong too. Like not many champions can beat Graves level one. So you
Yeah,
have the
we did it invade. I'm pretty sure
oh
level
you
one
did
on this
invade.
game.
Yeah, you could actually. Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah,
did we?
I don't know if you did. I
Yeah.
mean, no kills, but you
No, yeah.
you
No,
definitely could invade.
yeah, Ash got the kill. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, Ash died there.
330. No,
Wait,
no, that's a long time. That's after a full clear already. So
yeah. No, it
I'm
was in
saying
this
level one.
game.
You can just go in level one, run at their face, and what are they gonna do to you? Look at their comp. What can they do? The best thing
Mhm.
they could do is Vayne Condemn, Xerath Stun, but they usually don't start those abilities, right? Uh,
Yeah.
so you just level E and you just keep autoing them. And if Xerath does get the stun, try to dodge it, right? And then that's it. And then maybe Thresh lands a hook, maybe Ashe slows. But either way, you yourself is just you're untouchable almost against most level one champions. So in this game, you could start sweeper and late invade level one. If you think you have to guess where Talia is gonna start. So do you do that?
Yeah,
Like,
like
do you
I
do
I
you,
try to like
yeah, sorry.
generally think about where jungler's gonna start. So I realized Tilio's gonna start red side. So like I think it was like when I was like right around entering my blue side, I kind of gave Yone a warning like jungler's gonna be on top side. Be careful. You know you're gonna have like two people up in your lane. I'm not gonna be there to help you.
Well, what made you think
Because like
Talia
I
was
was
gonna
trying.
start red?
Well, I thought she was gonna start red for her having her two teammates or bot lane here, and then her having red side as well. So like, you can have her bot lane help with leash, and then kind of get off into it,
But
and
okay,
then
I
go
mean,
past top.
yeah. No offense to you, but that's like like most low elo people start at the bot side, right? Just for a bot leash. Most I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But as you go a little higher up, I'd say beginning in plat, but mostly like beginning in emerald. People start to change when they start. Um, and so this
mm-hmm.
game, I mean, in a higher elo, I might think Altelia starts blue. I might. I mean, I don't actually. I wouldn't. You wouldn't know, but there would be good
Yeah,
reasons for her to start blue actually in a higher elo. So
mm-hmm.
that's why I was just asking you, what do you think? But I mean, and what do I think? I think she might start blue, but again, I don't know. No one knows, right? Because you don't know what they're
Yeah.
gonna do. So you should
Like,
always at least what do you call it? You should always I'm trying. I'm blanking on the word. You should consider that she might start red, she might start blue. You don't know. I mean, unless you invade or ward or something, right? Then you do know.
uh,
Or you know like you know how to tell where they start, right? Like if top lane leashed or bottom lane leashed, you can look at that.
like just kind of entering in lane late, or like,
Yeah, you're like like at around like 140 something, you check who are they is do you see more top or do you see Vayne and Xerath bot? Like whoever is not in
right.
lane is probably leashing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think like I usually look at that. Like, I think sometimes I notice it. Like, I
uh,
try to like look at my map as much as possible. Sometimes like I'll miss a thing or two, or like I'll kind of spam my scoreboard to kind of check like who's here, if they have any items, if they backed,
mm-hmm.
what did they buy, stuff like that. Trying to see because I also have like the blitz overlay, so it kind of tells also gold difference and stuff for like lanes. So I kind of use that sometimes to um, gauge like how ahead may a laner be against my laner or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, I'm not
for
sure about
example, I
gold. I
think.
mean, but that's nice. But I'm just talking about macro sense. So you know why I'm talking about all the I'm talking all about all level one. Like this is all just level
Mhm.
one. What I'm trying to talk to you about. Like the game hasn't
Oh,
even
okay.
started yet. Because Graves, but like I said, Graves is the strongest, one of the strongest level one champions. He's also one of the strongest level two champions, and
Hmm.
he's okay at level three too. Like he he's strong throughout. Like as long as he keeps up his form. But level one, level two, he's one of the strongest compared to most other junglers. So if you can, you want to abuse that. So like I said, his level one's the strongest, and luckily your team is pretty strong level one as well. Like Ashe is stronger than Vayne. Thresh better than
Yeah, we have
Xerath.
Thresh.
Your mid is not stronger, but there's that. And your top is, I think, weaker as well. So your bot side is stronger, which makes me want to invade level 1, like the bot side. So I think you can get a sweeper and go in there.
Okay.
And there's two possibilities, right? Or no, I'll give you some hypotheticals. Like what could happen if? So when I say late invade, like it means like you go at like 130 or 128 or something like that. It's like you let them start the red and then you go in.
Yeah. Try like smiting it or something, or like.
Well, they wouldn't be able to finish it. Like if you go at like it takes them a while, even in smite range. So
yeah,
either they see you. I mean, there's a good chance they see you. There's a good chance when you sweep, there might be a ward there, right? And you might see a ward.
Yeah.
Then they'll see you. But what can they do? They can either try to defend it, which again they lose just because I told you your bot side is level 1 is stronger. They just lose it, so they wouldn't defend it. They would have to leave it, and then therefore you just get a red. That is just that simple. I mean, Taliyah could try to take it, but she's really risking her life because you can just like ignore the red and go for Taliyah, like hit auto Taliyah and things like that.
Right.
And like I said, your level 1's the strongest in the games, so this is what Graves can do sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you imagine you take red buff level 1, then what's Taliyah gonna do? She has like 2 main options. Really, it's like go to her blue. She could try to go to your red,
yeah,
but it would be too slow because after you take her red, you go straight to your red, and then you see this is the oppression of Graves. Like he just shut down the enemy starting at level 1. We're not even playing for like full clears or anything like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you do full clear on Graves, but this is an example of why Graves is so strong. He's very flexible. Like you can full clear and it could be good, but you can also level 1 invade and you could win the game right there at level 1. There's another option. There is the level 2 invade. So that would I think I mean, I don't know if you fight Graves, how often you fight Graves yourself, but the most common Graves invade is like he does red buff. You do your red buff, and you just go straight to Taliyah's blue buff. It's pretty strong because Taliyah cannot finish blue and Gromp by the time you get there. So if she starts blue, you get to steal her Gromp or like kick her off Gromp. And if she doesn't start blue, you just get to take her blue, right? So it's almost like a win-win for you, like to go red to her blue at level 2.
So like just get my red and just straight.
Yeah, you go over the wall, the what do you call it, the Baron wall with your E. So you do it really fast, and then you just go run straight in, and you don't really care if she's there or not. Like if she's there, then she'll be on Gromp. If she's not there, then you just take the blue, right? So it's win-win. But there are some cases where she might take blue and skip Gromp, but that's pretty rare. I mean,
I don't think I ever see that.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
At
but
least like yeah.
No, sorry. What did you say? Say that again.
I was gonna say like at least in like this elo, like I don't think I'd ever see that.
It's more of a higher elo mind game kind of thing. It's it wouldn't really happen down there. So I'm just giving you examples, right? You have that level 1 invade, super strong and super oppressive. You also have this level 2, which is very strong as well, because if Taliyah starts blue, right, you steal a Gromp, you maybe force her to flash because you have red buff and you're just stronger than her level 2. And she should be low if she's doing Gromp, like, right? She probably used her cooldowns on the Gromp, right? So once you appear there, like, she can't do anything to you. She has to leave. She might have to flash away, and then you get the Gromp, you get her flash, and then what do? You get to take wolves if you want, or you can recall and protect your blue side, or you can recall and harass her on the red, right? Because usually they'll like flash over Gromp wall, and maybe they'll recall, and then they'll go to red buff. So then you recall as well to match her, and then you go to her red buff as well. You never. Well, not never, but you try to keep up the pressure as Graves, because like I said, you're so strong that if you're just passively farming, you're not using your strengths. You need to be in their face. The reason why you would not want to be in their face though is usually not because of the jungler. Like it's what we talked about earlier. It's either Yasuo versus Katarina. Yasuo usually wins that, so that's kind of annoying. Graves loves to invade, but he hates it when the enemy laners, have prio, right? Like Yasuo should have prio on the Katarina, which means, like, if you try to fight Taliyah at Gromp, maybe Yasuo comes, but it still takes him a while, right? Or if you try to harass her on the red buff, Yasuo could come, right? He could come every time. It was just kind of annoying. So you have to be
Right.
like
Yeah.
confident on your Graves micro as well, like to fight, and you have to look at the map, both micro and macro. Graves is everything's like important. Like you got to be looking at, okay, is Yasuo going to come when I fight Talia here, and or how long can I fight Talia before I should leave? You know, because if you force Yasuo to help Talia, that's still a win for you as long as you don't die. As long as you don't die, because then you're
Yeah.
getting Katarina farm for free, right? If
Yeah,
Yasuo
and
if
fuck
Yasuo
over
didn't
Yasuo
roam,
is fine.
Katarina would just get bullied. I mean, in this game I saw the score. She was just like 15-1 or something. But like normally Katarina, they don't like to fight. They don't want to be 1v1 against Yasuo. So if you force Yasuo to
Yeah.
come to you, that's great. Yeah. Just throwing you ideas of like how Graves should play.
Like, what do you mean? Like hover as like if I'm like farming here and
Aggression.
I'm like, walking
No,
across,
I'm
like,
just saying aggression. Like the level 1 invade, that's aggression, right? The level 2 invade, that's also aggression. You're in their face. You just keep going in there. I mean, you can't. Like I said, if there's prio, like a Yasuo, sometimes you can.
Yeah.
The idea is to be aggressive if you can, but, you know. If you really can't, sometimes you get really bad games where all your laners are like, you have like really weak laners, like you have the Kale top and stuff, Katarina mid, really weak laners. Then yeah, you could full clear and just hope for the best. You know, and you can play more like a standard jungler. Yeah. But Graves really
I think
thrives.
with Graves.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Graves, like I'm really passive with them. I think is like probably another issue. Like why some of my games are inconsistent. Like I wouldn't consider myself like how you're saying like do level 1, level 2 invades, level 3 invades.
Yeah.
I tend to like
Okay. Yeah.
red. Here,
Have you
here,
have
here.
you versed Graves before? I feel like you should have, like on your other.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like a decent bit of Graves. Like I think Graves is actually one of the champs I
Do they not
did
invade
hate
you? Do
going
they
up
not
against
invade
them.
you? Like when you're versing them?
There'd be rare times like if I'm playing as Kane, I'd go through here, and then I'd have Graves in my blue buff area sometimes while like I'm walking down, or like
Okay.
he'd like clear his red side, or yeah, he'd clear his red side, I'd clear my red side, and then I'd see him in my blue side.
Yeah, I mean that's
Or,
kind
like-
of the aggression I'm talking about. I mean, not exactly what I mean, yeah, that's one option. You know, you can also I didn't talk about that, but you could do level 3 invades with Graves sometimes, right? It really depends on. I mean, it depends a lot on prio. So you know, I wasn't really talking about
Right.
prio. I talked about the Yasuo and Katarina, but luckily you have Ashe and Thresh. That's why I really liked your bot side in this game. You know, that's why level 1 could be good in here, because you just have a
Mhm.
stronger bot lane early. I feel like your top could be even, but let me see.
I think for like a better
I-
part of the game, Yone was behind.
Yeah. I mean, he scales better, but yeah.
Mhm.
And mid, I should be losing. I mean, again, we talk about how the game should be played. I mean, I see she dominated later, but yeah, the game I feel like Katarina should be losing to a Yasuo. So the invade strategy is not as good, but again, like I said, you can still do it just to relieve pressure. Like, so you're doing it not to like. You're doing it. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you get a camp. Maybe you get Talia's flash. But mostly you're just trying to be annoying. So force Yasuo to roam for her, or force Xerath or someone, and force the laners to come to you, and then you just run away. Like that kind of annoying. Small wins. We call those like small wins. As long as you don't die. If you die, well, then yeah, it's not as good.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I know for like Kane, it is like about a lot of small wins. Like, that's also like Kane right now. I am trying to not relearn, because I kind of hopped off of him for a while when they like heavy nerfed him, and it was like I tried going into games, I'm getting fucked. But like even like I get with like certain champs like Kane, my small wins are kind of like I get my form a little faster. I don't have to worry about that. I can push a laner off a farm.
Yeah,
Let
well,
my laner farm
yeah.
up.
I mean, a little different because Kane. Well, they both like small wins. I mean, small wins is good for every. Well, not every. Well,
Yeah.
but like it's different. It's like Kane's a scaling champion, so like any win is good, like because he's trying to get his form in, But Graves is like a macro control the map kind of champion, like because you control the map so well because you have mobility, right? You can dash over walls, and you have
over walls.
you have high dueling potential. Like you can 1v1 most junglers. So really, the only problem for you is the laners. So then, well, since you're so mobile, like if laners come to help, you could probably escape. And then since you're so strong, that if you show up, like I said, the level 2 invade, like if you do red to her Gromp and she's there, she has to leave. She can't do anything. She can't fight you. So you just keep kicking people. Like you don't kill her, but you take her Gromp and you waste her time, right? So you're winning like the map with Graves just because of how strong and mobile you are. I mean, Kayn is mobile, but he's not strong, right? So similar but different, right?
Yeah.
I think we can play unless you have any other questions. I'm just trying to share with you Graves. We'll see how you play him. Yeah.
So like this game, I went to full clear and I went green smite this game.
Okay.
Just because. Like I saw they had like a decent bit of poke with these four.
Which like I kind of want to have like a bit of. Right?
Pardon?
Only 2 champions poke.
I realized. Well, I meant like with Vayne and Xerath, and then kind of like Talia keeping me off.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Vayne's not a poke champion, right? She's one of the shortest ranged AD carries.
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, okay. And why do you ward that? Yeah, why do you ward that?
I warded that, so like it's like kind of like a bit of like I guess like habit, but like kind of like warding this in case like rare chance of like let's say Talia did start blue side and she is coming in for like an invade, that like if she comes this way and I know she's there.
Are you starting? What camp are you starting? In this game, do you know? Wow.
Like I said, I guess that she was gonna start red side, but I do kind of like precautionary.
I asked you, which one do you want to start? Which camp do you want to start this game?
Red.
Okay, so if you're starting red, why do you care if she'll invade you? Because she'll invade you after red's gone, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So here, if you're gonna, I would recommend. Well, there's two thoughts. I just recommend Sweeper because I recommend if you're gonna do red, I obviously recommend the red into her blue invade. That's why Sweeper. But if you don't want to do that, let me think. Well, what's your plan? I'm sorry, I already told you my plan. Like how Graves I would play Graves.
Yeah.
Right? Well, what's your plan after red? Do you have a plan? Like why are you starting red?
So like I kind of started red to a full clear, like kind of path full clear here into here, and then if it's like no gank readily available, I'll grab Scuttle and then look at my mid or my bot, or if let's say bot has prio, I'll skip Scuttle, go into bot, or if I'm here and let's say bot's pushed up but mid is there, then I'll rotate up into mid.
Okay, let me
and like try to see if Yasuo, like in this case, like I'll try to look if Yasuo wastes his wind wall at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can avoid, because I know wind wall has such a long cooldown.
Yeah, but it's very rare for Yasuo to use wind wall on Katarina because Katarina she's so weak. Like she has one dagger that he can do wind wall. That's it. So it's very rare. But I mean, he might. Let me. From what I gather from your plan, you're just playing Graves. You're playing him just as if you're no different than Kayn or Diana. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, it's like kind of like the same play style with.
Yeah, that's what you would do as Kayn and Diana as well, right? Almost that exact path, that exact thinking, I would say. Yeah. So I mean, I hope you learned something just already. Like the mindset is different. Like if you told me that was your path for Kayn and Diana, I would be like, yeah, pretty good. But since you're playing Graves, I'm thinking, I prefer the level 1 invade, the level 2 invade, even a level 3 invade. Those are all better than a full clear right here. Any of those would have been better. I personally prefer the level 1 invade just to cause chaos. Because not many people, especially the lower elo you are, people aren't used to chaos. Like they're used to just full clear and see what happens. So if you mess up their full clear, they're like, oh, I don't know. So Talia will be like, what do I do now? Do I go for Graves red? She doesn't really know. And then the more you play Graves, as long as if you do this often, you'll be more comfortable in this chaotic situation than Talia will be.
True, yeah. Like I'll see it sometimes. Like if I'm starting red or if I'm starting Raptors as Kayn sometimes, and like even if it's like a week, like let's say like mid and bot lane, and like their jungler just 4-man gank, or 4-man invades right here. Like sometimes I'll just get a pick because like my bot lane that's just sitting there aren't used to it, or they just get caught off the prize and just.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, okay. But your plan is full clear. So, well, even with the full clear, like, I'm just trying to tell you about the ward, right? So the ward doesn't do anything. I mean, it protects you level 1. That's it. But really, they shouldn't be level 1 invading you, right? Look at their comp. There is quite weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it protects. Like, it also protects Katarina from early gank, but we should assume Katarina does not have prio, and like so she shouldn't be getting ganked. Like she should just be sitting at her tower. So. That ward doesn't really accomplish much. I would like the ward to, so like I said, I would like sweeper if you're gonna invade like level 1 or level 2, like because when you go to her blue buff, especially in higher elo, the red to blue it doesn't work that often because it's so common, everyone knows it in higher elo. So they often like they'll ward the blue buff. So then like if let's say you go to blue buff and you take it right after red, if it's warded, she'll just take yours, right? So it's nice to have sweeper just to know if you're warded or not, just to know.
True, yeah.
Because then if you know you're warded, then you know, okay, Taliyah will probably go for my blue, but luckily, what's good? Your bot lane should have prio, so your bot lane should be able to stop Taliyah. So you ping your bot lane, hey, you can even ask them, can you ward my blue, and or even defend it, right? Because they should have prio. It's Ashe and Thresh versus Vayne, Xerath. They should have prio. So that's why sweeper is good. I mean, another strategy is you just place the ward at your blue yourself. Late, you place it pretty late, so then when you do take her blue, you can see if she's taking your blue. Same idea, and then your bot lane can go there, right? But let me think of another ward. Another ward is like if you're gonna gank top lane. If you think you want to gank top lane, you could put your ward top lane, like in the river. One of those, because if your ward is there, you can also see if the enemy wards it, and then if it's not warded, then you get an easy gank top, right? After your red buff, or you can do 2 camps, 3 camps, and then gank top. But having a ward just helps you know if it's warded or not. If it's warded, you just don't gank, or you just go. You can depends where the ward is, right? You can try to avoid the ward. There's just better uses for wards. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll see what you do.
Here, I'll just kind of speed up this whole part because
we'll get to like the interesting part.
I think they did try to go for like a bit of invade here. But I guess
as you see, it's not only you, right? Because they don't do anything level 1, so they your Ashe and Thresh are strong.
And I think like most lanes, like you said, Yasuo's gonna be pushed up heavy.
Yeah. And we see, we don't see bot lane, right? So she probably got a leash on the red. Actually, if we cheat here, she actually started Raptors, but I mean, we wouldn't know that. The replay tells us.
Yeah.
But I would assume she started red. Right. I would have assumed she started red.
I didn't. I honestly didn't even know until just now she started Raptors because I didn't know Taliyah does that actually.
Most junglers can. Most junglers can, but
yeah. Or like if it's common for them to start Raptors, like.
But you see what I'm saying, right? You could have just taken a blue right after red because she's just down at the bottom.
Yeah,
right?
she just took her red.
Yeah.
Like, I think right here while I'm clearing my Gromp, or not my Gromp.
Krugs.
My Krugs.
Yeah.
I think after I clear Krug, she clears. Yeah, she just gets a red.
A similar type of clear than you.
So yeah, I get what you're saying. Like if I just went here.
Yeah, you take it all.
You'd just be on her Gromp at that point.
And if it's not warded, there's a chance it's not, but there's a chance that there is. Either way, you win. Like even if it's warded, she has to go to yours. But look at just like we said, look at your bot lane. Look at all that prio. Like they could simply go to your blue, and kick Taliyah off it. So you take her blue, and she doesn't get anything. She's just stuck doing nothing.
Right.
But see, when you do this, you're throwing away your Graves advantage, right? You're basically it's fine for you, but you're letting Taliyah just get a no pressure full clear when you're the stronger jungler. So if you're stronger, why should you give Taliyah the free pass? She's getting a free pass, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
I think I just pinged. I pinged bot lane there, just kind of letting him know I'm heading down here. if you want to let them kind of push up a bit, or like
Oh, okay, but they're already pushed.
get ready for like a gank. Yeah,
maybe.
or like get ready for a gank if they want to like save their Q or save Thresh Q for when I get down there and kind of I guess like all in.
Yeah, maybe
Either like
I mean, it looked too late because they're already pushing, but maybe maybe.
I just kind of figured this out.
Yeah.
I think the beginning was pretty like slow.
What do you mean low? Oh, you mean like
I don't know if I. Yeah, Yone dies here. I think this. Actually, I'm surprised he died. I didn't notice how he. Or I didn't watch his fight.
Yeah.
I skipped Scuttle because I kind of realized they were partway pushed. And I'm kind of thinking, coming in. And I was initially gonna go on Vayne, but I kind of realized. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I kind of realized,
Yeah.
Zerat's there.
You're red
I think
too, so.
Yeah, I think I fucked up my Q right there as well, actually. I think I just like threw it straight into the wall.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter in this case.
Yeah.
He's just dead. But yeah.
He is just, yeah. And then I noticed Talia's mid.
You know
And,
it? Oh, okay.
I see that she's kind of like pushing out. Like she's kind of here. So I'm kind of taking Scuttle, and then I'm looking to.
Okay,
I think I was gonna back,
here. So
and I kind of realized. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure here I noticed that Yasuo. I'm pretty sure Yasuo threw a wind wall somewhere around this time as well.
Okay.
Or I may be tripping if that was a different encounter. I don't know if I went for the gank onto Yasuo.
It's a very low probability because you guys just don't have any CC except your W, right?
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, I think actually. I don't know if I see. I see Talia there actually, and then Yasuo I notice is coming. I just throw my W so Yasuo can't see me, and I just E through the wall.
Yeah.
And I also realized I had auto attack on, so I had to turn that off at that point. I was gonna go straight up the top, but I realized no, and that my Raptors are coming back. So it's kind of like, even there, like, kind of a waste of time that I do that to that.
Yeah. And
kind of just like.
Really, you should have just recalled to the bot gank. I don't know why you're. Oh wait, no. Did you? Oh, you Scuttle. Okay, after Scuttle. Like, I don't know why you're.
Yeah.
What you're running around for? Because now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? Oh, you have the app, right? That tells you when needs to come up, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is okay. It's not bad, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think like I could have backed, and it kind of only worked because Mordekaiser here was like a bit of an idiot, as you'll see in this this fight right here that I'm kind of going up to.
See, the reason the back would have been strong is because you would buy items and you skip these camps. You go straight to Talia's Gromp or Wolves and fight.
Okay, yeah.
But now you can't invade because you don't have items, and if she's there, she'll have items. Yeah.
And she does. Yeah, she had her items there. Yeah. Like I was just gonna clear this, and then I was thinking in my mind, I'm gonna clear these back. Then I noticed both of them disappeared on my map.
Is it Mortal?
Mort ulted. So I kind of noticed partway through that it was a disappear. And that they were fighting. So
yeah, usually you're not gonna. You're what? You're level 5. You're usually not gonna do anything at level 5. Yeah, I don't think.
I was trying to kind of help out Yasuo.
Maybe a W.
I was gonna throw down my W.
W.
Yeah, I was gonna throw my W.
Wait, you didn't throw the
Mordekaiser. Oh. Yeah, no. Then Mordekaiser pushed in, and then that's why I said like Mordekaiser's kind of an idiot there.
Yeah. I think it really is just you wasted your time. I mean, you got lucky, I would say, but it wasted time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I think it would have been better in 99% of scenarios after
recall at the Scuttle. Yeah.
Here.
No, I think at the Scuttle. At the Scuttle after you did the Scuttle, but or after. But
yeah. I meant like because I got the Scuttle here. I was like, I probably should just went here back.
Because let me show you what's the problem now. What's the problem with this game? I mean. The problem with what you did is you should know that Talia started red, right? And then so Talia, and you most likely full cleared up, I mean, well, she started Raptors, but it doesn't really matter. It's the same concept. She most likely started bot side, full cleared up, right? And you started red, full cleared down. Okay, so when you cleared your top side, that was about the time she's gonna clear her bot side, right? I mean, mirrors, right? Assuming and then so what's gonna happen after you clear Raptors and Krugs? That means she also finished Raptors and Krugs. That means she's on her way to Wolves and Gromp, right? But while she's on her way to Wolves and Gromp, you're recalling, so you're just missing this opportunity to be aggressive, like take her things. So if you recalled at the scuttle, the bot scuttle, if you recalled there, you bought items, you skip your Krugs and Raptors, you run straight to like her Wolves. Then that's just better. You just maybe take her stuff, maybe fight her. You're missing just opportunity, like like the early game what I'm talking about. You're missing opportunities to be asserting dominance, which is what Graves likes to do. But I don't know if you should do it in this game. Your top and mid do look like they're losing. I mean, before Moore messed up. I mean, he was already 1-0 actually. So yeah, it's a little slightly risky because you don't have cryo in top and mid. So But what you're doing is the safest play. So, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, my whole thing is I didn't want Moore to kind of, at that point, get the double kill, so I kind of came in, tried playing aggressive. And then I was a bit late on the W, though, I won't lie. Like, I think here I noticed I auto-queue him, and then I didn't know why Yasuo went back in, but it kind of worked because Moore decided to tower dive.
Yeah. That's okay.
I was like surprised. Yeah, I was surprised that even happened myself when that happened because I was like,
I mean, he simply just walks back and nothing happens. But
yeah, I was like, Yone should have queued here realistically.
Oh no, I mean, Mord just walked back and then nothing happens. Mord still wins the lane, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Mord should have honestly at this point.
Yeah, we don't
Yone,
care.
I don't know why Yone.
We don't really care about these. Like, it doesn't really affect you or anything. Like,
and then I get the kill.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice.
I headed back. Lanes are kind of. My cat's still playing under a tower, and then I switched to sweeper at this point. Like I tend to do that. Like I was trying to keep my first run around, or my first. I guess for my first back, I'll usually tend to grab sweeper in most cases, unless like I see like Shaco in the game or. People kind of like can go invisible, like Shaco, Akshan, Kiana, Emo with his like little fucking mushrooms, like camps like those that kind of play invisible or can set up traps and stuff like that that I can kind of that are invisible that you can break.
But there's
then I'll usually start sweeper.
Oh, you start.
Yeah,
sweeper.
I didn't have one, so that's why I didn't start sweeper as well in my mind. I was like, I kind of looked at them.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no one really has traps or can go invisible.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get my my ward first clear, and then first before I do my first back, and then I'm gonna switch to Oracle Lens or Sweeper. So when I'm ganking lanes, or like I'm kind of, let's say I'm coming here, and like I kind of finished clearing this. Like I don't know if it didn't happen, but let's say I kind of went here, got Krugs, and I want to exit. I'd like use my Sweeper to make sure I'm not walking into a ward right here, so they know where I am. Trying to kind of keep like
I mean,
some sort of like lack of presence on the, or not lack of presence, but like not let them know where I'm at the time.
Yeah, I think it's okay. You can argue for both, honestly, but in this game, I think both are fine for now.
So like how you're saying, for most cases, or not even most, but other games, kind of get the Sweeper first.
Oh yeah, well the only reason I wanted you to get it first was for invading. But if you're not gonna invade, then yellow is fine. Yeah. But I mean, even if you are invading, yellow's fine. Like, you know, like I said, you could like ward your blue level 1 with the yellow. So I mean, that works out as well. So surprisingly, I don't know if you know, like Graves doesn't really. The way Graves wants to play is not. You don't actually care if you're spotted or stuff. You kind of want to play like you don't. That's how strong he is. It's like you don't care if they know where you are. If you play properly, you just win anyways because you're just that strong, or your macro is that strong. Like
And oh, I noticed Talia was actually here.
Yeah.
Shouldn't skip that. I noticed her right over here.
Yeah, she's taking
So
her
kind of
rolls.
just
Kind of weird.
speed up a bit into the lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very weird, actually. I mean, she doesn't have.
I kind of just ether here, and I noticed that and quickly get that, and then I'm kind of pushing her, use my W so she couldn't like look at me, and then she kind of missed that.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for like my E.
But she has
She's
Yasuo.
there. I don't know where Yasuo is, and I noticed Yasuo is there. So then I'm
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
playing a bit passive because I know Yasuo has his wall and he's level 7, so he has his ult at that point.
Yeah.
And then Zerat falls in the middle of us, so I E over, Yasuo flashes, and I just kind of flash back because I was like,
Yeah.
if Yasuo doesn't have his flash, then I get away.
Yeah.
If Yasuo does have his flash, then I just flash out
Yeah.
the opposite direction. Because my only thing was the last person I wanted to give any kills in this game
I'm sorry.
was
You what?
Yasuo.
Oh, the last person? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like the last person in this game. Like if I were to let's say die to anyone, I didn't want to die to Yasuo because like I felt like if he were to get fed out of all these people,
Yeah.
he would have been the biggest pain in my ass. And like
Yeah.
Ashe,
Good. Yeah.
Thresh, like he just counters. Like Thresh can't. If Thresh is about to Q someone, he can block it, preventing a free kill. And Thresh almost gets that, which was kind of a rip because if he got that, then we had.
But why are you still here? That's not. Oh, okay. Why are you still here?
Pardon?
Why are you still here?
I think at this point, I don't even. I was like hoping for like a next fight and trying to like kind of stay there, play a little backline, and like you W or like.
But it's very unlikely a fight
auto
because usually the way the game works is if everyone sees each other, the fight's usually over as long as the disengage happened because like they know you were just there and you also know that they were just there. Like it doesn't really make sense for anyone to stay there, you know.
True.
Yeah. But
and I get that, and I don't know if I'm back here yet. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
And I think this may be item, or no, it was Caulfield's and a long sword. So I just bought mini item, and I had like a bit of leftover gold. So then I was like, oh wait, I'll just buy a long sword, so I have a bit of a 80 advantage in case like going in, I can play a little bit more aggressive against like other laners. And at this point, I'm tapping to like do these and potentially get Rift Herald.
Can I see? Are you close to, I would have done red buff first. I don't know why you do Raptors.
I was gonna do Raptors into red and then into Krugs.
Why that?
Just in case, like. So my initial thing was I was thinking, let's say Mordekaiser's here. Like Mordekaiser, let's say, because Mordekaiser came in a little late, but if Mordekaiser clears this wave and pushes up, then I'm in position to kind of go like that or like that.
Yeah. This path is the best. Gank. This is the best path if you're getting top, but it's the worst path otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm. That was like I was hoping like Mordekaiser comes, and then I noticed Talia's there. I think this is the. Like, I throw my W, so that happens. Yasuo comes in, and like there, I fought, like the wall was there, and like I completely just played like shit, and
it's okay.
Pretty sure I autoed into the wall, and they were like I could have tried got the kill if I was, just a little smarter. I'm like coming out to walk, they get ulted, so I'm kind of just trying to stay around. Talia's there, and I didn't know where Mordekaiser was or where Mordekaiser was going to come from, so I'm kind of walking away in hopes of like trying to get out, and then Talia does that, and I throw my ult, and I think I don't know if I even hit it. I just kind of threw it. No, I missed it completely, and Katarina was there just to finish that off, because like. I knew Mordekaiser was pretty strong at that point because he had the 2-1 lead.
Yeah.
Over, or at that point he had a 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
No, he had the 2-0 lead. He had the 2-1 lead, never mind, because he didn't even get a kill.
Yeah.
That was Yasuo that killed him. yeah, so he had the 2-1 lead at the time, so I just didn't want to. Like, I felt like out of everyone there, that like he would have like a decent amount of pressure on all of us,
Yeah.
especially if he can EQ, and then he has his shield, so then he can kind of be a bit tanky and keep us in his AOE.
Yes,
So
so
like,
you don't
I didn't
you
really
don't mess
like
with more
that.
guys usually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like yeah, I mean,
so I was like, don't want like,
pretty good.
like anything I did wrong in that fight.
I the only thing
Like,
is I think maybe you do red buff first. If you do red buff first, you might. But it looked good enough already. Like, but you smited red near the tri brush anyways. So no,
Mhm.
you seem fine. I mean, it's a lost fight. The only Talia's kind of stupid doing this. Like, no one beats Graves. I mean, jungle, like especially a mage. She's a mage. Like, you can easily take
Yeah.
down mages like that.
like I realized like in that split second when she had ulted to fight me,
yeah,
that she kind of fucked herself over because
Yeah.
she put a wall behind herself.
yeah.
So
it's
I
not-
threw my Q down really fast, W'd her, and then she had to flash, so she got killed and wasted her
And like her
flash.
combo's
and
kind of
cast
slow.
us.
She needs like a setup to throw her thing. So and you can easily dodge.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, well, it depends on her E, but it's not.
Yeah,
she's
and then
not.
I think
you
I-
have fleet too, like
Yeah.
red buff. It's just she kind of just.
I'll just kind of clear down, finish this, and actually we get Drake here. So I guess either I think bot lane was backing here. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I pinged or Ash pings Dragons alive, and I think enemy bot lane is backing. Or they get a kill? No, they get a kill here. So yeah,
Looks like
Xerath,
to,
I think, had-
top. So yeah.
uh-huh. Xerath had like terrible positioning this whole game. Actually, I think that was like his biggest thing. He was just constantly like in places that fucked over his Vayne.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized bot lane's dead. I was like,
Yasuo's top too.
maybe
so
do I go for Talia?
You can. I mean,
So like I'm just gonna. But I was like, I'm just gonna get the Infernal Drake because like
yeah.
it's a pretty big or pretty decent buff to have, especially
well,
early.
I don't think you kill Talia there anyways. Like she's not in position for anything.
Yeah, like if Talia, because I know she never flashed, so if she somehow got over, she really fucks herself over and basically kills herself. And I come here, and I'm pretty sure I saw Yasuo. I'm pretty sure this is where I see Yasuo throw his wind wall
Okay.
a little earlier into the fight. Like I see that, and he does this whole combo. No, he doesn't even throw wind wall.
He still has one.
Yeah, I felt like he did in this fight. I don't know why.
So what I'm saying is he never has to
Maybe
use
I'm-
his Wind Wall because Katarina only has one dagger. Like he never. uses
Yeah,
it for-
it was like one of the fights I noticed he throws his wind wall out, and I just kind of
Maybe
punished
when he's
him for
fighting
it.
bot lane, he'll use it on bot lane. He almost never needs it on Katarina.
yeah, I'm probably just tripping because I know it was like one fight mid.
Okay. Yeah.
I swear,
Maybe,
I
yeah.
feel it was like one fight mid. I noticed kind of coming in here, pushing in, trying to get the Q off on him, and then Katarina just does what Katarina does and just one last hit just demolished him right there.
Yeah.
And I'm clearing up, and I just kind of clear up, get my back, or I think I'd go for a Rift Herald here after
Okay.
that, just get a bit of HP. Because I think, I don't know if I do actually back here. I feel like I should have backed, but at the same time, I feel like I went for Rift Herald at this point. It doesn't tell us if I go for Rift Herald.
I mean, Rift
Yeah, I
would
go
be
for Rift Herald.
okay. It looks like you have top prior now, or at least
Yeah,
some
I just
people.
go for I go for Rift Herald, sneak it.
Yeah.
Talia has a Scuttle there, so I try not hitting it. Yasuo decides,
to tell. Oh,
he's gonna come help. He passed pretty close actually, so he doesn't even reveal. And Mordekaiser's still up there, so I realized, okay, we're pretty safe. Grab it, and I back right after this with the empowered back, and then I get item and boots. So I'm like a decent bit ahead of Talia at this point, because I have my
Yeah,
item
massive,
now,
yeah.
and I also have, yeah.
Yes.
Like I'm like the only reason I said a decent bit I think was because I didn't see her for a bit, so I didn't know if she had like got a bit more. But yeah, from
No,
this,
no. There's no.
like I'm way ahead.
Yeah.
And our bot lane is here is backing, so like I think my pathing here was just pretty shit as well. I think this is another moment where I was kind of lost.
No, this will be fine because your bot lane's recon. So
Yeah,
where else
actually
would
no,
you-
I think I head straight back into bot actually knowing this play. This is Thresh getting a triple kill, and I think honestly if I played it better, I could have probably taken one of the kills or two.
Oh, okay.
Thresh was just in the position to get. I think I was hitting yeah, I want to invade here actually because I realized at this point I'm way ahead of Talia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna invade her. I kind of realized like I think I saw in like a video from Tarzan, kind of just like because like when I was watching Graves or trying to initially learn Graves, I was watching a bit of him
Mm-hmm.
and kind of some tips on how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like if you're ahead, why not just fucking
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. You're ahead at level 1 and 2, so technically, that's
Yeah.
that's why you don't,
yeah.
you don't have to wait till you get your ghost blade and everything. But yeah.
hmm I think that was like when I was like fully confident,
Yeah.
can't fuck up.
But not only
I
that,
know
your bot side
Talia's
is the
there.
stronger side. Like your bot, not only are you ahead, your bot lane's ahead, right? So it's good. It's good to play
Mhm.
on your stronger side too.
At this point, I'm like 2k gold up against Talia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your team's 10k up. So, this game's kind of over at this point. Actually.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? I think basically what I covered is mostly I already covered it before we even started the replay. It was the level 1, the level 2, the level 3. After that, I mean, you're
Yeah.
mostly fine. I mean, but you basically just played like your Kayn Diana, and like I didn't see you do anything different. Like you didn't really. Yeah, you didn't do Graves things, if that makes sense.
Right. That's like I feel like because like I'll do like I guess like the same thing every game. Like I'll do Kayn and Diana. Some games like this it'll work. We're steamrolling them. Our lanes are up.
Mm-hmm.
They have their fucking bot. Their Xerath had terrible positioning. Fed our bot lane. Yone comes back against more.
I'm looking.
Katarina's beating Yasuo.
Yeah. I mean,
And like
yeah, my advice was just it was just at the beginning because like learn to play more chaotic. Think about level 1, level 2, level 3. Afterwards, you did. I mean, you didn't know that's a good thing though. Like if you did something bad, I would call you out. You didn't really do anything too bad. Like so, you did pretty okay. Like, but I'm seeing you not as a Graves player. Like you just playing like a Diana or something.